Hello, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. So, as some of you may or may not know, there is currently an event going on to gain a free Indrik mount, which is the enchanted deer from the most recent expansion of Somerset. So, it's not entirely specific when it tells you what it tells you about the tickets as far as how to gain them. It tells you to take part in the special events. So there is an area called the Badman's Hollows. I referred to it in one of my last posts on my gaming Facebook as well as my PlayStation account itself as the Badman Cave. I didn't look at my map before I did this, so I'm sorry. So there is a nice little trick to, at least with the Witches Festival, with getting your tickets. I'm kind of stalling, waiting on the next one of these to pop up, and it's just not happening. So this is the Snake Mother. She's a 2-tier boss. People have actually been coming through quite a bit to kill her. And doing so, and I'm guessing since this is part of the event area, being why it's so effective, it will help you with collecting up your tickets. Since Thursday when the event started, I have basically been logging in every day and killing either this, I believe the giant skeever, and I believe there's also a giant shark in here, and because they're bosses in this dungeon, because this is also listed as a public dungeon, not just part of the event, you will get plunder skulls, and once a day you will get an event ticket. Well, it's very handy because it tells you, related quests, even though no actual quests, believe it or not, pop up aside from the very first one, which is how you get to here. It's a little frustrating, but you can get the Dremora plunder skulls, public and sweeper, and then you can get the regular plunder skulls. I don't have anything else in there. Which, it comes in handy. It really, really does. As far as the event tickets, I have no idea where they would... Oh, she's back. So, this is the giant snake mother. As you can see, she is a 2-tier boss. But she does go down pretty quickly. Even just doing her alone, she's not very difficult. And see, you can keep killing the bosses in the area where you're at. So, like if you're here in the Badman's Hollows, then it'll give you ones like this. If you go to other places, I don't know how many places are in relation to all this. I honestly don't. Your guess is as good as mine on that. But there are multiple places where you can go after the bosses in this. The reason why I chose the snake as kind of my go-to spot, one, I found it by accident because that's where the Sky Shard is in this dungeon. It is not far from where the snake is. Whenever you land is actually when it's easiest to see it. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it's... You land on a snake, and I'm guessing, like, that might actually be where it is behind over here. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But, and she's back again. See, she, like, even being a 2-tier, she doesn't last very long. If you are able to go after her one-on-one, then that's how I've ended up with the gold plunder skulls instead of the regular ones where the writing's in purple. Is anytime I've faced her alone. It's a little bit more challenging, but like I said, she goes down pretty easily. But she is one of multiple bosses in this area, so if you can't find her, don't freak out. There are either two or three others in the Badman's Hollows. We are currently here. I believe there's one here, there's one here, and there's one either here or here. So you do have multiple options, but it will give you an event ticket once per day if you kill one of them. And then, of course, you know, like I keep saying, you will get your plunder skulls. So if you're worried about whether or not you're able to find event quests so that you can get your tickets, don't worry. There are options for you. So if you are dead set on getting the Eat and Drink mount, you don't have as much to worry about. As I said with one of the last broadcasts, they did say on the information on ElderScrollsOnline.com that I believe the next one is the one that requires you to have the Clockwork City DLC. They made that very specific point because even if you are able to go to the Clockwork City just like other areas, if you do not have the DLC for that, you cannot do their specific area storyline quests. You can do the small stuff, but you won't be able to do the big, and it requires you to have the DLC. However, you can also get extra tickets. So there are currently 10 days left of the event. It is Sunday. The event started back on Thursday. That's an extra 3 tickets right there. If you're not able to get the 10 for the next one, you can get extra tickets with the Undaunted quests. If you're still short a couple, you can get the remaining ones on top of your regular with the New Year's one, something New Life. And that will make it to where you can total out to having all 40 of the tickets that you need. I recommend, though, that you do try and make sure that you get them as soon as you can. If I read it correctly on their site, you do have to turn the tickets in during each current event to get that specific feather. If you don't, you will not get the corresponding. Now, I may be wrong on this, but I believe that is what was meant on the site. Again, you can go to ElderScrollsOnline.com and find the information for yourself. It's not super long. It's pretty cut and dry. But they made it so where if you don't have the Clockwork City DLC, you can overlap with the other ones because they understand. You know, you already have to have PlayStation Plus to be able to play Elder Scrolls. If you also have things like ESO Plus or just other subscriptions in general, you know, you may not be able to purchase the DLC. It's not just a given that you're going to always be able to purchase these. So they made a backup plan for everyone so that people weren't totally screwed up. Which is nice. I mean, they didn't have to do that, and they did, and that is wonderful. Okay, so here's where it shows it. So at the very bottom of the currencies list, it shows 3 out of 12. So, oh, that's right, because the current event is going on for 12 days, so you can get a total of 12 tickets. That makes sense. Because if it was only the 10 days, then, you know, if you miss a day logging in, you're not going to be able to, so they gave it a couple extra days. Down she goes. And yet again, another plunder skull. So, like I said, you will get it each time. It will just differentiate between which one you get. And since we are here, I may as well show you. What on earth? Huh. That was cool. Not in this one. Alright, so we'll open up the regular ones first. So we've got guts, recipe for a bowl of peeled eyeballs. Okay. And where's hard ashes? Yes. Blue anteloma, crawlers, where's hard ashes? Insect parts and a driftwood idol. Huh. Almost certainly a depiction of the God King Ariel. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Holojack and Dremora. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I need that one. I already have that one. Take you, take you. I already have that one. And they're hard set on giving me boots. Okay. Well, that was cool. Contra, chillin', Jack. Come on, stop hollering. Harvest arms and armor attack. Pumpkin Dreer and Black. Black Hawthorn. Rotted into grim garments worn. I don't have my glasses on, sorry. And for the helmets, gritting hollow jack, must laugh, dismember, threshing, wheat from chaff. Now inner anger embers show, This lambent ice lets ever glow. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so transit station, Clockwork City, home of someone you know. Crystals to change the traits of your items. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Well, I do believe that's about all I have to tell you. So yeah, just kill a boss like this once a day, and you'll be good as far as your tickets go. Have a good one.